Okay, hello there. So today I want to talk about austerity. Austerity and what it means in economics. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so before we jump into the meaning of austerity in economics, let's talk about the origin of the word. Okay, so austerity originates from the Latin word auster, which means severe. Okay, so it's actually from the English verb auster. Sorry, the English adjective, not verb. Okay, so now let's talk about austerity in economics. So, austerity in economics refers to reducing public spending in GDP. Okay, so, well, how is this done? Okay, so this is done through policies implemented by the government. Okay, with a combination of cutting spending and increasing taxes. Okay, so you cut public spending and increase taxes. Okay, so let's look at why this might be useful in economics. Okay, so this is useful if an economy is facing a budget deficit, a high public debt, or this is usually used by economists that have received some sort of financial aid from institutions like the IMF or the EU. Okay, so let's talk about the theoretical school of thought or the economic school of thought that came up with austerity. Okay, so in economics, there are several schools of thought as to how to manage the economy. You can check my macroeconomics video to learn more about that. Okay, so you have the classical, the Keynesian, the monetarist. Okay, so austerity was actually proposed by classical economists, okay, who suggested that when you reduce government intervention, it would lead to a more efficient allocation of resources. Okay. However, Keynesian economists dislike this idea of austerity, especially in a weak economy or an economy experiencing downturns, because it reduces demand. Okay, they suggested that it reduces demand. Okay, so instead, Keynesian economists advocate for increased government spending to stimulate economic growth. Okay, so let's talk about some interesting historical examples of when austerity was employed in an economy. Okay, so one noteworthy example is in Greece. Okay, during the Eurozone crisis. Okay, so what happened in Greece? Okay, so Greece defaulted on its debt in 2010. Okay, and as a result, they faced austerity measures as a condition for receiving bailouts from the IMF and EU. Okay, so that's what happened in Greece, and another noteworthy example is in the UK. Okay, so the UK adopted austerity measures after the 2008 financial crisis, okay, to deal with their national debt and budget deficits. Okay, so this was between 2010 to 2013, where the government was said to have reduced public spending by $14.3 million. Okay, sorry, it's actually 14.3 billion euros, not dollars. It's euros, not dollars. I made a mistake there. Okay, so that wraps up austerity. Okay, so this is what austerity is all about. It's simply reducing public spending in the GDP. Okay, usually in response to dealing with public debt, a budget deficit, or a condition for receiving financial aid. Okay, all right, thank you. That's it for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. Bye, have a good one.